Hello friends, this is the part 2 of this amazing story of this girl.
I looked at this man. This man I had said yes to on a Tuesday. This man I had built a life with. This man who had once driven 45 minutes in a snowstorm for Thai food. And I said, I need you to leave. He thought I meant for the night. I meant forever. The divorce took 8 months. 8 months of lawyers and paperwork and mediation sessions, and one very difficult conversation with a 3-year-old about why Daddy doesn't live here anymore. Emma handled it better than I did, honestly. Kids are more resilient than we give them credit for, or maybe they just trust you more than they let on. The night the divorce was finalized, I came home, put Emma to bed, opened a bottle of wine I had been saving for a special occasion, and sat on my kitchen floor. The same floor I'd sat on the day everything fell apart, and I drank a glass and I said out loud to no one. Okay, now what? Now what turned out to be the hardest 2 years of my life. I had been freelancing part-time while married because Daniel's income covered most things and Emma needed me around. Now suddenly, I needed full income, full-time childcare, a new apartment because we'd sold the house, and I needed all of it immediately while also being the only parent present every single morning and every single night. There were weeks I lived on coffee and adrenaline. I'd get Emma up, fed, dressed, dropped at daycare, come home, work 6 hours straight, pick her up, cook dinner, do bath time, do story time, do the thing where you have to go back in 4 times because she needs water and then a hug, and then her stuffed elephant moved 2 inches to the left, and then I'd sit down at my laptop at 9 p.m. and work for 3 more hours. I missed deadlines I'd never missed before. I lost a client I really needed. I called Jen one night and just sobbed into the phone for 15 minutes without saying a single coherent word, and she just stayed on the line and said, I know, over and over until I could breathe again. There were nights I stood over Emma's crib watching her sleep and thought, I cannot do this. I am not strong enough for this. She deserves better than someone this broken. But then morning would come, and Emma would wake up and say mama in that specific sleepy way she had, and I would get up, because that's what you do. You get up. Slowly, very slowly, things started to stabilize. I rebuilt my client list. I got better at managing my time in ways I never had to before. I found a daycare I trusted completely run by this wonderful woman named Miss Patricia who called Emma her little sunshine, and I cried in the parking lot the first day I dropped her off there because I finally felt like Emma was safe somewhere and I could breathe. I started therapy. That was Jen's doing. She basically made the appointment for me and said, you're going or I'm showing up at your door. Jen has always loved me in an extremely no-nonsense way, and I am so grateful for that. Therapy cracked me open in ways I wasn't expecting. My therapist, Dr. Amara, this calm, brilliant woman who never let me get away with anything, she pointed out that I had been shrinking myself for years before the marriage even went bad, that I had been trained early to make myself easy, to not need too much, to be grateful for just enough. What would it look like, she asked me one session, if you decided you were allowed to take up space? I thought about that question for weeks.